What's up everybody, RyFX here, and today I'm going to show you how you could get cable TV on your computer and on your Xbox without having to use those set-top boxes, which costs a pretty good fee to use. The first thing you have to find out is if your computer has Windows 7 or Windows 8 on it with Windows Media Center. That's the first step you have to get on your computer. And the second step, you have to make sure your cable provider has these. This is a cable card, and it's about the size of a playing card. And what this does, is that it decrypts the channels from your cable provider, allowing you to see those channels from them. So yeah, sometimes these do cost a fee. It's usually pretty cheap to get your hands on. For my cable provider, the first one is free, and on some it'll cost maybe $1, and I've seen them go all the way up to about $10 a month, which is a lot cheaper than getting a set-top box or several set-top boxes, because you will only need one of these to put in basically several Xboxes in your home. You could put at least 5 set-top boxes, Xboxes in your home, allowing you to watch and record cable TV. Now the next thing you need is this Ceton device called the Infinitv 4. They also make an Infinitv 6 card, and the 4 basically means that you have 4 tuners, which allows you to see 4 different channels at once. And then the 6 basically gives you 6 different channels to view at once, giving you the ability to watch and record. So you could record all 4 channels, or you could watch all 4 channels, or you could go anywhere in between, like watch 2 channels and record 2 channels, or watch 3 channels, record 1 channel. You kind of see what I'm saying? So yeah, this needs to use PCI Express. They also make a USB version, which basically comes in a case, and you just have to plug it up to your computer. This one goes inside your computer, and this one uses PCI Express 1. Let's see if I can. Here's everything that comes in the box. You get the PCI Express card, high profile and low profile backplates, F connector adapter cable, which you connect the cable line into, and it's like a little wire, and then it goes into the Express card. I'll show you later. Quick installation guide, and what you'll need: television or PC display, HD TV required for high definition channels, PC with available PCI Express slot, either ×1, ×4, ×8, or ×16, a Windows 7, Home Premium, Professional, or Ultimate, and Windows 8 and Windows 8.1. But make sure you have Windows Media Center. The multi-stream card, which I just showed you, from your local cable provider. And it doesn't support satellite TV. This is cable TV only. A coaxial cable to connect your Infinitv 4 PCI Express to your cable outlet. And 350 gigabytes of available hard disk drive space, recommended for 50 hours of HD recordings. And I think I have a 2 terabyte for my recordings. And I think it takes me about a month or two to almost fill up. No, actually, I don't even think it gets close to that, because I share it with other stuff. So yeah. So anyways, let's see. So yeah. Watch and record up to 4 live HD channels at once. Stream live HD channels or recordings to multiple TVs and PCs using your home network. Bring digital video recording to every TV, every cable TV, internet TV, music, photos, blah blah blah. See, eliminate cable set-top boxes and rental fees. That's the big part of this. See, you can have TV in kids' room, living room, bedroom, wherever. Cool. And here are the recommended minimum system requirements for the Infinitv 4. PC with Microsoft Windows 7, almost all versions with Media Center, and Windows 8, 8.1 with Media Center. 2.0 gigahertz or faster dual-core or quad-core processor, 32-bit or 64-bit, 3 gigabytes of RAM, 4 gigabyte recommended, HDCP compliant graphics card or onboard graphics, HDMI output or DVI output with separate 5.1 audio output required for Dell Adobe 5.1 surround sound. Now in that box is the Infinitv 4 itself. See right there, the PCI Express slot or input. It's a fairly small card, a little bit long in the bracket. So yeah, this also comes in a USB form. Basically, this is encased in a chassis or a case, and then you just plug it through USB to your computer, so it'll be outside your computer instead of inside. Just in case maybe you don't have a PCI Express slot on your computer, just use that instead. Or if you're using a laptop or something, that'll be a good choice for you as well. And then right here, that's where you put your cable card. And then right here is where you put that connector. So yeah. And then on this side, you put in the coaxial cable. And then this will tell everything that, hey, we have the channels and tuners, and then the cable going into it, and it'll go into the computer and then into Windows Media Center, and then you'll have cable TV. On your computer. Now, if you choose to do so, you could add up to 5 Xboxes at once to Windows Media Center, streaming at the same time. But the thing is that the channels aren't really as compressed as something streaming over the internet, say like on YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, whatever. Those are pretty compressed, so you could use wireless on that stuff. On this, it's nowhere near as compressed between the audio, video, everything. So you can't really use wireless on this. So you would have to use a wired connection, an Ethernet connection, like this, going from your router to your Xbox. And of course, you would need this same Ethernet going from the computer that has the Infinitv 4 to that same router. And then they'll link up to each other, the Xbox and the computer, and you'll be able to watch TV through Windows Media Center on your Xbox. And since you only have 4 tuners, of course you can't use 5 Xboxes at once. So what you can do is add another Infinitv 4 if you have the available PCI Express slot in your computer, which will give you 8 tuners, which will allow you to do 5 Xboxes. But right now, if you're just doing that, you'll be limited to 4, of course. Now we go into the installation part. Right here, see that white piece? That's a PCI Express ×1 slot. That's what the Infinitv will go into. And this blue one is an Infinity ×8. So if you see something like that in your computer instead of something like this, then it will definitely be compatible. This is basically an extended version. This is basically an extended version of this. You could kind of see, like right here, it just starts to extend, and it fits just fine. Now we'll just take the Infinity TV and have a tight space. And there you go. It's in. Easy. Now, if you're gonna do 2, like I have 2, basically giving me 8 tuners, I'm just gonna take the second one and then put it in that 8 time slot. If I could get it in there. And there, that's it. Then you just screw these in and put your case back together. and that'll be it for that. Alright, here's the back of my computer case, and will be the time that you put the cable card in. And you just push it in, and that's one. If you just have one, that's all you need to put. Since I have two, I have to put two. And here goes the second one. And you'll kind of feel snug fit, and it'll just stop. Alright, now here's the back of my computer again, and we're gonna hook these F connectors to the coaxial. See how I have it connected, and we're gonna put these into the Infinitv 4. So I'm going to connect one here and connect one up here, if I can see what I'm doing. I think I'm in there. There you go. And it'll just click. Make sure these aren't bending like crazy, and you'll just be fine. Now those blue lights are the Infinitv 4s. Just showing you that they are on and working. Now the next thing you need to do is go to the cetoncorp.com website so you can download the drivers. Right now you have to go to support. If you choose, let's see, PCI Express and USB models here, and then installation and downloads, and there you have it. They have the Windows 7 version and the Windows 8 Pro 64 version. And like quick installation guides and stuff to help you out. So yeah, and it'll be called the Ceton Infinitv Diagnostic Tool. Now here's the diagnostic tool open, and show you your driver package version, Diagnostic tool version, PCI Express driver version, the firmware and hardware version. And if you go into this drop box, it could show you your different Infinitv 4s. See, this one has a different firmware on it. Put the beta on this one. Devices. On this, if you ever have trouble, I don't know, sometimes I've had trouble where the tuners just kind of disappear and stuff, and a good way to fix that is to shut down Media Center and anything connected to Media Center, and then reset network and clear tuner, and then restart your system. And then once you come back from the restart, click Discover Tuners, and then you have to do the Windows Media Center setup all over again, which I'll show you how to do in a second. And then this shows you everything being found and detected and working correctly. That channel failed for some reason. Yeah, I tried this one. I don't think that channel exists. And then if you ever have to contact Ceton for advice or something that's not working, you could use these collect diagnostics. And if you click information, it'll show you if you're having problems or something, and then you could send it to Ceton, and they'll tell you what's going on with it. And then you could just update your firmware from here. Like they have a beta version I could go up to if I want. And then advanced diagnostic tools, extra Media Center logging, Media Center background scanner checked, crash, uncontrolled, scroll, and Windows away mode. And that does it for that. Now I have Windows Media Center open. The first thing you want to do is go to Task, and then Settings, and then TV, and then TV Signal, and then set up TV Signal. Here I'll help you go down the steps. Region. Your region is used to configure your computer for local TV services. Yes. Use this region to configure. And then zip code. And then just terms of service for program guide and stuff. Windows Media Center is downloading the latest TV setup data. Alright, TV setup, TV signal detection result. Windows Media Center detected the following: digital cable card, 8 tuners. Since I have those two Infinitv 4s, it's showing I have 8 tuners. If you just have one, of course, it's going to show 4. Or if you have the 6 version, it's going to show 6. And then if you have two 6 versions, of course, it's going to show us 12 tuners. I've heard people going up to 3 Infinitv 4s, I believe, giving them as much as 12 as well for the 4 version. I'm not sure about the 6 version. Is this configuration correct and complete? Yes. If it doesn't detect for yours, you probably have to use these other steps. And then next. Activate your cable card. You want to set up Windows Media Center for use with cable card? Yes. And once this next screen pops up, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to call your cable company and ask them to talk to their cable card department, so you could get it properly activated with the Infinitv 4 or TV 6. So then it could decrypt those channels and get it working properly. Next. Then this gives you all the info, and blah blah blah. Place to call, all your tuners, and that stuff. And then next. I'm using Comcast, so that's what I'll choose. The following TV signals will be configured for Windows Media Center. And then next, because everything looks right. Downloading TV guide. Finish configuring Windows Media Center with the following settings. Yep, looks good. Finish. Get this baby set up. Alright, it finished. And here's some things that you could do in that same section. In the task settings, you could look at your diagnostics for the tuners. See, it shows all my tuners. And you could look up the diagnostics for each one. The signal.
And same thing the next day, and the next day, and then on the fourth.
Yep. Show all the frequencies and all that stuff. Make sure the cable card is inserted, blah blah blah. And the next thing is make sure it works. Go to live TV real quick.
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
Yep.
When I moved out.
Son, I knew you could do it. Of course it's not you,
Yep.
Jailbot. You're not programmed for revenge.
Get into the pile, slave.
And then here's what the guide looks like. The guide's really nice. And then the record TV could add recordings.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Of
The
course
guide.
I'm in their dreams. They know about the dream machine. They're just
Or you
trying
could
to
just
manipulate my
search
emotions and
by
throw me off
title,
their trail. But I'll find out who's behind
keyword,
this
categories,
revolution. I'll
actor,
find out if it takes me the rest
for your
of my
recordings.
life.
And then you can view your schedule and your series and history. And then here's all your recordings. I have a little thumbnail.
Sorry, I think the warden has been penetrating my head with his.
Of course, I don't watch this. The only thing I watch here is this. But yeah, it's just shared between my whole family. Anyways, so you should be, if you're just gonna use the computer portion,
See my dream again last
Yeah, me too.
you'll be pretty much done.
That way you can't get in my
But if you're
truck.
gonna use extenders, I'll show you how to do that in a second.
Let's go take.
Now, here's my Xbox extender. First thing you're gonna do is make sure you have this wired, as I said before. It will not work through wireless, or you have some major lag problems. So what you're gonna want to do is press the guide button on your controller or remote, and then go to Media, and then Windows Media Center. And then it shouldn't do this at first, but it'll try to search for the media, your PC, and then it will ask you to use a certain number, and then what you're gonna have to do is go back to your computer, go to settings, or no, task, settings, and then extender, and then you input that number in the add extender section, and then once that happens, they'll link up together, and you'll eventually see this, and it looks just like what I showed you on the computer. It works exactly the same way. To network, see guide, live TV. See, looks good. Let's go back to that same channel. And it goes quick, real quick. Let me show the recordings, something I haven't shown.
There's a new winner every week. We did it! We did it! A new episode of The Walking Dead premieres next, only on the MC. Now, go to the
Yeah, see, that looks good.
to start your two-screen experience.
And you could pause it, fast forward, play. Goes really quick. And I believe the Windows Media Center only outputs in 720 and 1080 I, well 720p and 1080i. I don't believe it goes up to 1080p, which is kind of unfortunate, but it still looks good. You probably won't really notice. Anyways, most of the broadcasts out there are only in 720p. So if that's the case, you're not really gonna, you shouldn't really complain. and if you don't know, the Xbox has its own media remote, which works really well. You know, you have the guide button, program your TV, power off, and Xbox power on, volume controls, channel, and you just input the channel. It all works really well with the Media Center. And you could also set your Xbox to start up in Media Center easy. And another cool remote you could use is the Ceton My Media Center remote app. What you have to do is download the app to your computer. Just go to that cetoncorp.com support, and then go to the My Media Center section, and then you have like this. It's really cool. Click right there, the little remote, and you could control your TV. I believe I'm on this one. Yep. Just played. Let me go up. And you could put in landscape mode. Let's see, play, pause, stop. Pretty cool. And then if you go back, it could look like a little preview guide, which is pretty cool. Or you could look at your recorded TV from here. And if you go back to the remote, let's see, you can look at info. Well, let me start this back up. Info, home, take you back here, and then if you go there, go immediately to live TV, record, guide. Very quick and easy. And you could select device, so if you have your computer or Xbox or several Xboxes, you could just select device and go to that exact device. It'll detect everything in the house that's connected to the router, and same PC. So yeah, pretty cool. So here's another thing I forgot to mention, is if you want your Xbox to start up and immediately go to Windows Media Center, just skip all this, you know, home menu and everything. What you're gonna do is go to settings and then system, and we'll go to console settings, and let's see, go to startup and shutdown, and click startup, and then click Windows Media Center, and then every time you turn your Xbox on, it'll immediately start up to that Windows Media Center screen where you see recorded TV, guide, and live TV. So if you have someone that's not going to use this as a gaming device, you could set it up just like that, and it'll be the most simple thing in the world. So that's all I have for you. I just wanted to share that. At the moment it doesn't work with Xbox One, if you're wondering. It just works with Xbox 360 and the Ceton extenders. And yeah, that's all I have. Everything else should work. So yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully I provided some helpful information for you, and I'll check you guys later. And I hope to see you guys later. Bye bye.